Let's talk about how we can stick particles to a specific area on your mesh. Alright, so this video is going to be fairly quick today. It shouldn't take too long. It's an easy concept. I went ahead and I just got this sword off of Sketchfab. It's really nicely done, but most importantly here, it's split up in, or I could say made of, as you can see, multiple objects. So different pieces. So you see the scabbard here on its own, it's comprised of 3 objects, and then the scabbard is comprised of 4. And then the actual sword itself is comprised of 2 objects. And this is great because this is what's going to allow us to split this up, or rather have particles on certain areas and not others. So I just have a particle here, GPU particles in this case, just being shown here. It's got no gravity, so they're just kind of spawning in the one point. You can't really tell there's multiple here. It just looks like there's constantly this glowing ball. But that is a particle, it just doesn't have any gravity, it's not floating in any direction. So how can we take that and apply it to our mesh? Well, we can simply just actually go up to the top with our particles selected. And we can select create emission points from node. And now we can actually just select an object, and that's where it's going to be emitting from. So if we select object 3 here, we can decide how many points to use. The higher the points, the more resources it uses, if I'm not mistaken. And you got surface points, normal directed, and volume. But I've just been using the normal one here. Or I should say the default, and I'll hit create. And there you go. So we can see that that specific area of the sword is now getting all these objects on it. I'll go ahead and increase this. We'll say to 100. So we can kind of get an idea of the area. So we can see we got part of the crossguard here, as well as the jewel encrusted portion at the top. We got the crest. And not all areas of the blade, but only parts of the blade. Right? And at any point, we can come up and do create emission, and we can change that to object 4. Create. And now it's only going to go to object 4, which is going to be, it looks like a little bit on the guard, but mostly on the actual handle and the blade itself. We go up to 5. We then start moving over to the scabbard. Yep. So we can see that it looks like it's taking most of the scabbard, or at least the portrait areas. Again, we can come in, change it to another point, and this is the point that we had it at initially, where we are doing this red area here. Again, we can come in just as simple as that, select another object, hit create, and now it's in another area. There we go. It looks like it's just along the jewel area, which is neat in of itself. Now, I could speed this up. I'm just choosing not to here, just in case anyone's a little sensitive to flashing lights. That's why they're kind of moving a little slow. And last, of course, we can come in and change it to object 8. It's going to be more so. It looks like that's just the general area and not the actual strip itself. But it's as easy as that to stick your particles to a specific mesh. So if you have, let's say, a dinosaur, and your teeth are its own object, whether that's the top and bottom is one object, or if top and bottom are 2 separate objects, you can do it like this. And then if you create maybe a blood kind of particle, or at least just something red, depending on your game, of course, it's always different, you can then make it kind of like dripping out of the mouth. Or if your character was in water and now they're dripping, you can now use this to kind of stick it maybe to the body of the character and make yourself little droplets. so that the character is dripping for a little bit by using your particle. Right, so there's different uses that you could use for this. I had a Shenron that I had shown someone, and I made it go lifetime super short, lots of particles. I stuck it to one specific area, and it looked like it was glittering, it was sparkling. Right, so you got different uses that you could use it for, but it's as simple as that. You just have your particles in your scene. Select the particle menu up at the top. Create emission points from node and select your mesh. Alright, told you this was going to be a short one. That's it. Simple to do. You might get yourself some neat effects with it. And that's it. Take care. Have a good one. And I'll see you guys next time.